In today's world, when we talk about wealth, names like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Bill Gates come to mind. But what if I told you that the richest person to ever walk this earth lived over 700 years ago in Africa? His name was Mansa Musa, Emperor of Mali, and his story is one of unimaginable fortune, power, and mystery, buried in time. Mansa Musa ruled the Mali Empire in the 14th century, a vast and powerful kingdom in West Africa. This wasn't just any empire, it stretched across modern-day Mali, Senegal, Gambia, Guinea, Nigeria, and beyond. The land was rich in one thing the world couldn't get enough of: gold. Back then, Mali produced nearly half of the world's gold supply, and Mansa Musa had control over all of it. But Musa wasn't just rich, he was wise. He turned his wealth into influence. Under his rule, Mali became a global trade hub. The great city of Timbuktu was the crown jewel, a center of learning, religion, and architecture. It attracted scholars from across the Islamic world. Pharaoh Nekhshur, this wasn't just a religious journey, it was a spectacle of wealth and generosity the world had never seen. He left Mali with an entourage of 60,000 men, including servants, soldiers, and musicians. Each camel in his caravan carried hundreds of pounds of pure gold. In Egypt, Musa gave out so much gold that the value of the metal dropped drastically. He flooded the markets, built Winlon Moshing Naikratanatu. There, it took over 12 years for Egypt's economy to recover. Mansa Musa wasn't just a king with gold, he was a builder of civilizations. He invited architects from across North Africa and Arabia to construct grand mosques and libraries. The Dojingriber Mosque in Timbuktu, built in 1327, still stands as a symbol of his vision. Under his rule, education flourished. Manuscripts, philosophy, astronomy, law, and math were taught, centuries before Europe's Renaissance. But after his death, much of his empire slowly declined, and with it, his name faded from global history. Why? Because African stories were rarely written by Africans, and colonial narratives erased the greatness that existed long before their arrival. Mansa Musa's wealth was so immense that it's nearly impossible to calculate. Some historians estimate his fortune would be worth over $400 billion today. Yet most people have never even heard his name. This is why we tell these stories, to bring light to forgotten greatness. Africa's history is rich, powerful, and deeply human. And this is just the beginning. Subscribe for more untold African legends. Stories the world was never meant to forget.